Good evening and welcome to the interview, Irene. Thanks for being here.
Hey everyone, it's Irene and thanks for having me. It is such an honor for me to participate in this interview.
Irene, take us back to the beginning. How did you get started with guitar?
So, for my whole life, I felt I was a very creative person, and I've always had this need for expressing myself primarily through art. And in this regard, for a long period of time, I had a dream of being able to play a musical instrument. Of course, I knew that it was going to be very complicated because I knew nothing about music theory, standard notation, and all that kind of stuff. Actually, things like that, they scared me a lot. But when it comes to the electric guitar, I listened to rock and metal music before. And so once I had this period in my life when I was simply obsessed with indie or alternative rock. And also there's a very interesting story here. So me and my friends, we were taking a walk after our university classes and we were passing by a musical store. The door to that store was opened because it was very hot that day. And so I took a look in there and I saw this very white wall with so many different electric guitars hanging on it. And the very next moment, a thought struck me like lightning, and I even said it aloud. I said, how nice would it be if I could just, buy myself an electric guitar, become a rock musician, and just start touring all around the world. But of course, my next thought was like, no, girl, that's impossible. It is never going to happen, and it is better not to think about it ever again because, just focus on your real life. But later I found myself simply unable to get rid of this idea. I kept thinking about it over and over again while I was watching my favorite band's live performances. And so finally I gave up and decided I have to try.
Irene, how many years young are you and what is your zodiac sign?
Right now I'm 21 years old and my star sign is Pisces.
How long have you been playing the guitar?
I started playing guitar not so long ago, actually, namely it was in March 2021, so it's already been more than 2 years now.
Irene, what are your favorite music genres?
So my favorite genres are hard rock, metalcore, glam metal, and also like alternative rock. But of course, I don't limit myself within these genres. Instead, I can listen to pretty much everything. I also like listening to pop music, lo-fi, and even electronic music. And also, I have a very strange attitude towards rock music styles. I mean, sometimes I'm just like, well, it's not really my style and I don't even like it that much. But sometimes I simply want to build an entire career playing rock genres. So that's really strange, but it will be definitely interesting to see how it turns out in the end.
Irene, who or what are some of your biggest influences?
So I do have a lot of influences, and some of my favorite guitarists are Warren DeMartini, Kirk Hammett, Eddie Van Halen, Dimebag Darrell, and all of these guitarists, they manage somehow to combine melodic lines in their solos with shred parts, which I very, very like, and also I like Zakk Wylde. With this kind of aggressive style of playing, it has also influenced me a lot.
Irene, what are some of your favorite artists?
My favorite artists were changing all the time that I've been playing guitar, but I still want to name all of them. So, as I already mentioned, when I was starting out, I was listening primarily to alternative rock music, and back in the day, I was really obsessed with The Killers. Then I suddenly for myself discovered metalcore, and I still listen to metalcore a lot these days. And here I love the classics like Bullet for My Valentine, Killswitch Engage, Asking Alexandra, Trivium, simply amazing bands. And right now I would say my favorite bands are Rat, Metallica, which is also a huge influence to me, Interpol, Pantera, and many more.
Do you play any other instruments?
Unfortunately, I do not. I can play just a little bit of piano, and just because I was learning my music theory using a piano. But of course, I wish I could play it properly. And other than that, I really want to learn to play bass and maybe drums as well.
Do you sing or write your own music?
So I don't sing either, but actually I'm planning to start taking vocal lessons later this year. I'm not sure what I want to sing yet though, we'll have to figure it out. But other than that, yes, I write my own music and primarily guitar solos, but I am not doing it that active yet.
Irene, have you taken professional guitar lessons or are you self-taught?
To be honest, I didn't even try to learn the guitar by myself. I mean, I went on YouTube and for some reason I instantly felt that I was really overloaded with the information because, you know, there is so many different videos and teachers and channels, and I really felt like everyone was telling me different things. So that's why I entered the musical school right away. And so I learned my basics there with a teacher, and it was a very interesting experience for me because there were so many other people learning to play guitar and other instruments as well. And we even created some kind of a band within this school and even performed at several concerts. Very good times. So I attended that school for about a year or 10 months more specifically, and I left because, you know, I finally understood what I want to get from the guitar. I realized that I want to play lead, and so this means that I could just proceed learning by myself, which I did. So I learned my basics there, but my lead technique is the result of my own hard and persistent daily work.
Do you see yourself playing music as a career?
I can say that I'm really happy that I've decided to try to learn the guitar because, you know, now I simply cannot imagine my life without it. And of course, there's still a long way to go for me, and I pretty much want to try to play in an actual band. And other than that, I just want to continue developing my guitar and mixing skills. You know, of course, we as musicians, we're always some kind of self-critical, but I guess it is normal because in the end, this is what makes us go practice and move forward. At the same time, I truly believe that it is really crucial to enjoy every moment of your guitar path. Learning guitar is hard, it requires hard work and dedication, but it is definitely worth it. At the end of the day, when you just stop to see how much you have progressed and you see those improvements, it just feels so good. And yes, I'm a guitar philosophy enthusiast, as you may have thought, but I genuinely believe that you have to establish this proper mindset that will help you on this long haul.
Irene, where are you from, and have you always been from there?
I'm originally from Russia and I live here now in the beautiful city of Rostov-on-Don.
Irene, do you collab with anyone, or are you in a band?
So I haven't been in a real band yet, but I had a chance to collaborate with so many different musicians on Instagram, and this is simply amazing how social media these days gives these opportunities to collaborate, create music, and just to communicate with people from all around the world. I've met so many amazing people from Germany, Israel, Australia, the US, and we even became friends with some of them, which is so cool. And now, of course, I want to continue doing collabs. I'm always open to that since it is a very interesting and exciting experience.
Irene, how do you see yourself going forward from here?
I don't rule it out. If I'd had this opportunity, it would have been really amazing, and I would be really happy to dedicate my life to music and guitar in particular. But if it won't work out, I'm not going to be sad because, I'm a realist and it is definitely not easy to make money as a musician, but we will see.
Okay, what do you like most about the guitar?
What I love the most about the guitar is its universal character. You can use it in pretty much every music genre because you can easily adjust the tone. And also, I always say that guitar gives you simply endless opportunities. There are so many various guitar styles and techniques, and one life won't be enough to master all of them. Amazing instrument.
Irene, what are some of your other hobbies and interests?
I am very interested in learning foreign languages. This is my second passion after the guitar. And besides Russian and English, I can speak German and also a little bit of Chinese and Korean. And by the way, I also love this Chinese calligraphy style. And in general, I'm very interested in Asian culture.
Irene, thank you very, very much for this exclusive interview. We wish you a lot of luck going forward. Take care.
Thank you so much. It was so fun to do this interview for Alizee Defan, and I wish you all the best as well.